Molweni, molweni. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another sit-in with me, Miss Apani. Firstly, thank you so much. Ngiyabonga, ndiyabulela, ngiyaleboga. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you to the upcoming subscribers. Thank you to all those who have watched my videos and commented. Thank you to the WhatsApp messages that I was getting on the side. Thank you so much. Like I mentioned, that I'll be sharing my journey to personal mastery, personal development, and the journey to transformation. And I mentioned that I'm using the life book as a reference of how I'm going to do my my development plan, and looking at these 12 categories because they deal with a holistic approach to life. Okay, so there are 4 questions that they had mentioned. What is it that you believe? What do you want? Why do you want it? And what activities do you need to do to get to that particular life that you want? Ne? And using those 4 questions, you have to ask yourself these 4 questions in all the 12 areas of your life. So I thought it's very crucial, it's important for me to start my foundation on just explaining each and every question of what I understood, what I understand, and just the things that I added to the different questions to get me, like, just to sort of help me see things in a different light. Ne? Okay, so and the first question they asked is, what is it that you believe? So when I read the book The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, recommended by Uku Good. Thank you so much, Kuku. And what I learned from the book, one of the things they mentioned in the book is that your belief shape your attitude, and your attitude then drives your actions. Your belief shape your behavior, and therefore your behavior drives your actions. Whatever, whichever, however way you perceive a particular thing, you perceive a particular situation, you perceive a particular person, shapes the way you think, whether it is positive or negative, and you will have that behavior or attitude then ultimately drives the way you act. The way you act towards that particular situation, or how you act towards that particular situation, thing, or person. So the question is, what is it that you believe? What is it that you believe about the different categories? What is it that you believe about your about a particular person or a thing? Because it is your belief or your perception about the particular thing that shapes your attitude or behavior, and ultimately makes you act a certain way. When I was then doing asking myself the question, what is it that I believe, and I came to the realization or enlightenment through the different things that oftentimes, not oftentimes, yeah? So we are molded by our parents, by our peers, by our religion, society, to fit in. We are molded to believe a certain way about things, about life, or we are molded to perceive the world in a certain way, and we carry all these beliefs and habits with us throughout our adult life. And sometimes we act a certain way and we don't understand why are we acting in that way or in that manner. And I've come to realize it's because of what you believe, and your beliefs as a child carry you with, like, it's like living in an unconscious space or life. So you are acting, but you just don't realize that that's the way you are acting. The only reference of you have is that you feel uncomfortable, or you feel bad, or let me just say you feel uncomfortable by certain actions that you do, and even though when you try to change them, you don't understand why am I not changing, but you want to change. So it's important that you understand that it is your belief as a child, whatever that you believed in is what's making you or shaping you the way or driving your actions. So when I was then asking myself what is it that I believe, I had to ask myself, what does Miss Apani Asimngani Miss Apani, in when I was 5 years old, when I was 7 years old, when I was 12 years old, what is it that I believe as what is it that I believed as a child, and what is it that I believe now, in order for me to then drive my actions to whichever way I want. Secondly, the second question asks, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? And when I was reading the book The Secrets by Rhonda, they encourage that you must focus a lot on what you want. Just like the law of attraction says, they speak about the law of attraction, that whatever you want, you receive. Whatever you want, you would get that. So focus more on what you want, because izobuya kuwe. Focus on what you want, because it's gonna come back to you. Don't focus on I don't want blah blah blah. I don't want I don't want a face with a lot of pimples. I don't want acne in my face. Say, I want a clearer skin. I want a clearer what's the thing? I don't want I want a clearer skin, not I don't want pimples, so for example. And so focus on what you want, focus on the outcome, don't focus on what you don't want. And I've also learned that whatever that you believe and whatever that you want needs to be aligned. Whatever that you believe, whatever you want must be in sync, because if you believe different and you want something else, so you may be a 20-30-year-old and you want something else, but you still carry these beliefs. It's like for example, I make an example, like I picture it as that advert Chicken Licken, where you've got this poppy orange that goes with you everywhere and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you feed that craving. So until you feed that craving, that poppy ele disappears. So for me, your beliefs, you carry them with you until you decide to change those beliefs. So change those beliefs. If whatever you want, if the life that you want is not aligned with whatever that you believe, change your belief. Change it. Change your belief. That's what I'm learning. And it's like when Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It's changing the way you believe about that particular thing, that particular person, that particular situation. It's changing, it's shifting your mind to seeing things differently. And yeah, change. So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Second question, what is it that you want? Focus on what you want and not what you don't want. Thirdly is, and that you, whatever you want and whatever you believe needs to be aligned. Thirdly, it is, why do you want it? Your why, or your reason why, is going to be your motivator tomorrow to decide, let me eat a bowl of salad as opposed to chips. So your reason why is your motivator. Your reason why is going to make you not procrastinate. Your reason why is going to be is going to help you be proactive. Your reason why is that also when you have written why you want the particular thing, or if you don't receive that thing, if you don't get it, or if you fail at it, what's going to happen. So that's going to be your reason why you decide to make a different decision tomorrow, the next month, the next day, whether you start your challenge on at the end of the week. But your reason why is going to motivate you, is going to discipline you, it's going to make you be consistent in whatever that you want. And the fourth questions are your activities. What activities do you need to do to get to that place, to that outcome, to whatever that you want? And so, and one of the other things I'm learning is that when you when you then write down all these activities, you need to write a timeline when you begin that activity and when it should end. And also you must put a reward when you have done the activity. So, and your reward would be, if for example you've always wanted this frame, or you wanted to go for a photo shoot, or you've always wanted to travel to Hardis, maybe for example for a holiday or for just one day. So your rewards are going to be like things that your rewards are going to be the things that show you whether you are getting to that place, to that life, to that quality life that you want. And yeah, so I thought it was very important for me to lay the foundation of our belief systems, or whatever that we have believed as children, because they are the ones shaping the way we act. And so for example, in this, so today I'm supposed to be looking at what's this thing, my physical self. And my physical self is my health and fitness, and I've added beauty to it. And yeah, I've added beauty into that in that category for your physical self, because I believe your physical self is how you look in the outside, and how you also feel in the inside. And so for example, what I want is, as long as I can run 42 kilometers, so to marathon, guys, and dealing right. One of the things that I want is that to walk out the door of my place feeling like a queen. So one of the things I used to believe as a child was that because I came home late, dirty, and my pants were torn from jumping fences and so forth. It's like I just develop a habit of not taking care of myself, where if I see my shoes, my shoes are dirty, and I'm like, oh, anyway, it's gonna get dirty, why should I wash it, so I developed that habit, and I wanted to change that habit. So if my belief is that a queen does not walk with dirty shoes, and therefore I need to wash my shoes. So those are the things, one of the things I'm changing. And one of the things I decided in terms of pampering myself and just making myself feel like a queen, is that because I was born on the 18th of May, every month on the 18th I moisturize my hair or do some treatment in my hair. Every day, every month on the 18th, I make sure that I have a facial, whether I use egg yolk, your egg white, or I use what's this, olive oil, and what's this, brown sugar, whatever. But I do a nice facial. I shave, I clean my ears, I cut my nails. So that day is a day I decide to pamper myself. And on the 11th, I pamper my little girl. So every month on the 11th, I pamper her, clean her nails, clean her ears, so I can make sure that she is looking good. Because sometimes we get so busy that we can't even take care of ourselves. So I didn't go so much too much into detail for this category, because I think I'm just doing okay so far. And yeah, so that's just what I wanted to share. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And also, what was I going to say? Share my videos. I'm building up to opening my Instagram account in Zofia. I'll get there, and I will I will let you know what my handle is on Instagram. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share. I'm trying not to make this video too long, and I hope this video was what, Coach? I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me not take it too long. And thank you so much, Batungia Bonga. Thank you so much. And I will see you in my next video when I speak about the mind. And see you in my next video. Bye bye.